All right, guys. Well, Amy's in the house. We got pretty much all the team 2503, and we're going live on Facebook. And we have some huge announcements that we would like to give out to the team. We all know that this is a team effort. This is not the George Saldana show. You know, I can't be more proud than I am right now. Last night, I was doing some soul searching with a beer can, and I decided to look over some things, and we found some things that we wanted to share with you. So I'll go ahead and let Derek, Claudia, Lou, Dexter, and Kimmy and Amy all give it away. They're the ones who put in most of the hard work. We've been telling you that we have a team effort, and a lot of the team is working in the background for you guys. So this belongs to them. I've worked on other things, you know, to get it enforced currently, but this is all of them. This is their show, and we really need to give it up for them, because they were the ones doing all the hard work with this stuff. So go ahead, whoever wants to take it away, take it away. Give the big announcement. All right. Well,
okay, I will. So the day has finally come, the day that we have been working for, in addition to enforcing the law as is. We have two 2503 bills that are being legislated. They are officially bills. They've come back, and they have bill numbers. We have one in the House and we have one in the.
You there? Oh, Lou, you went quiet. I think she muted herself. Somebody want to pick up for Lou? Lou. Lulu's talking and she muted herself.
I'm not.
Oh, well, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Then somebody else pick up.
I just want to add, yes, like Lulu mentioned, we have two bills, one's in the House and one's in the Senate. House Bill 4042 and Senate Bill 2011. So those are I put them in the chat just so that you can make a note of them.
All right, well, yeah, House Bill 4042 is coming from Richard Raymond out of Laredo, Webb County. We've been working with him since the beginning of time. And, you know, he's, and if we could go over, I'll go over this one with Richard Raymond, and then I'll let Derek and Lou go over the Senate bill. But House Bill 4240, civil penalty for interference with child custody. It's not removing the felony. But what it's doing is a municipality or county in the state may adopt an ordinance or an order that imposes civil penalty of not more than $500 for engaging in conduct described by 2503. So they're talking about a $500 ticket that these cities may apply an ordinance to I guess, generate revenue, which, whatever, or potato, as long as we can see our children and, you know, they're not removing the felony, which I don't want to, and we don't want to remove the felony. But, you know, if your ex is going to get a $500 ticket for not playing by the rules, then I'm all for it. So that's House Bill 4240. I think House Bill 4240, in addition to Senate Bill 2011, I believe both of them will do us great. If Lou or Derek or Claudia want to go over Senate bill, that's Senator Menendez. We've been telling you that we've been working with the senator here in San Antonio for almost 3 years, and Senator Menendez, his office has been meeting with us, and we've just been pushing it. So, you know, if y'all guys want to elaborate, Derek Berry or Lou or the Reverend Derek Berry, I'm sorry, wants to go over the Senate Bill 2011. I know Derek and Lou were working hand in hand with Senator Menendez. So this Senate bill belongs to them. You know, they're the ones who put in most of the work.
Go ahead, Lulu, ladies first.
Okay. So what the bill does essentially is it really closes some of those loopholes that we have had parents falling into. It talks about how the peace officer needs to locate the child, needs to locate the person that is allegedly retaining the child. They need that person's name. So that's the first part of the bill. The second part goes into about how if the child is being retained, then the parent is the parent could get in trouble. It basically tells the peace officer, you have the power to enforce this law. Derek, if you'll read a couple of those lines for me, and then I'll continue to elaborate.
So there is a lot of information that has been changed within the 2011. So it's quite a bit to read, but I want to encourage everyone to review both bills. It's rather a lot to go over on a Zoom call, but
I guess one of the big issues is if the child's whereabouts are unknown, submit a missing child's report under Chapter 63. So there's a lot of shalls in here in Senate Bill 2011 that these officers shall do this, these officers shall do that. So no more of this. It's just a civil issue. We can't do anything. Now they're going to be able to, with the House bill, if there's an ordinance, they'll be able to, give a ticket, which, I mean, either way it was going to come, whether we wanted to create revenue on our children or not. I don't like it, but, if that's going to help cities enforce it, then whatever. But, on receiving a report of a violation of section 2503 Penal Code, a peace officer shall attempt to determine the whereabouts of the child. So no more of this, well, the child's with mom, the child's with dad, or whatever. They're going to have to actively try to locate the child and, try to mitigate this. And I think with the House bill and the Senate bill both together being added to Penal Code 2503, you should see a lot of these exchanges go a lot better. These people are going to get $500 tickets and they're not going to like it. And, these officers are going to have to start locating and they're not going to want to, babysit each child exchange, right? So these officers are obviously going to try to mitigate this so they don't have to keep doing this and playing these games with these parents. So it looks promising. So while we go out there and this is going to stop a lot of the parental alienation, which we've always said that interference with child custody 2503 is probably the foundation to parental alienation. So this will stop a lot of it. But again, we have to support our other brothers and sisters that are pushing, House Bill 803. And I hope that they push our bills and together we all work together to for the betterment of our children, because if we don't fix it now, our children who get married are very prone to having these issues. So hats off to the team, to the group, to everybody that's been contributing. I can't say enough. I mean, I was trying to call everybody at way early in the morning at 1 o'clock. I was so happy. But does anybody else have anything for anybody?
Well, go ahead.
I just want to make sure that we reciprocate the support of these bills, because hand in hand, they actually all work together. Because if we support one, it impacts what could lead to something else. So I just want everyone to keep that in mind. It's not just one bill over the other. It's all of them. This is all group. We all know each other. We all gone through the same things. So supporting them all really does a lot for Texas children and Texas parents. I do want to also announce that we are planning a rally in April, and we'll keep you posted, but we're we're kind of pinpointing it down to the third week of April. We're just waiting to hear back, but it's likely going to be right in the middle, maybe on a Wednesday. So keep that in mind. We need supporters if we're going to do that. And again, it's just to support these bills and all the hard work that everyone's done and what our legislators are doing for us.
So just to recap too, what are we asking our parents to do? How do they promote and show support for these bills? What do we recommend?
Okay, so the best way that parents can show support for bills is you want to call your personal representative or your senator. If you don't know who that is, then you can go to Who Represents Me, just Google it, put in your address. It's specific to where you live. Contact their offices by phone, by email. And then in addition to that, you want to look up what's called the Juvenile Justice and Family Issues Subcommittees, JJFI. It's a board of representatives and senators that are going to be hearing and voting on this bill. It goes through them first. So you want to contact each of them and tell them why it's important to you. And you want to tell them why it needs to be supported, why the community really needs these bills to pass. And not talking about going into your personal story, just be like, hey, this has affected my family. I would really like this cycle to stop. Please support this bill. You know, a short elevator speech. Don't keep them on the phone or don't send them a huge email that's going to take them 20 minutes to read. So contact your representative, your senator, and then contact the members of the subcommittee for JJFI.
Make sure to keep the transaction professional as always. If you're going to do an email or leave a message with the office, business-like, keep it as professional as possible. Like Lulu was saying, short on the personal story. Make sure that you promote the bills by name. You reference the actual numbers and show full support either via email or a message for the office. But keep it short, keep it simple and professional, and why it's important to you. And then make sure you reference the actual bill, the HB number on there. Okay.
Yeah, so remember, and don't get confused for some of y'all that may not understand how this works. There's a Senate bill and a House bill. So you have HB, if you want to write these down, and we're going to be spreading them a lot lately or in the future, but House Bill HB 4240. So your House of Representatives, your state reps, House bill, okay, that's in the House. So all your state reps need to know about House Bill 4240. Don't say SB 4240 because that's another bill, okay? You want House Bill HB 4240 and you want SB 2011, Senate Bill 2011. All your senators want to hear from you about Senate bills. So SB 2011 goes to all your senators. So when you talk to your senators, or you can just tell your senators and your state reps, we want you to support HB 4240 and SB 2011. Please don't get them mixed up because then you'll be advocating for someone else's bill.
And there's state representatives for the Senate and House, and then there's your congressional, right? There's your federal representatives. So don't call the wrong office promoting a state or Senate bill at the state level. We're talking about with calling your federal representative, right? So yeah, and what George was saying, there's the SB and HB, and we'll list the names in the bills. So not only can you research it via the link and read everything about it, but you can promote it by name on your message or email.
Okay, and if you get lucky enough to make the mistake that Derek just spoke about, where you accidentally reach out to a state, they're like, no, it's federal, or you accidentally reach out to a federal and say, no, that's state, quickly swoop in, like Claudia advised me to do, and ask for support for a federal item, or switch it up and go, oh, your state? Okay, well, could you support this? So we have things that need to be supported on both levels. So if somebody makes the attempt to shoot you down like they did me, we have the option to say, okay, well, we've got something that you can do. So there is opportunity in mistakes if you know how to transition it And with the team that we've got, we've successfully transitioned one of those mistakes. So
Yeah, we want to promote the state stuff, the SBs and HBs, but we also have federal things that we're working on too. So as a team, as Kim was alluding to, she let the cat out of the bag. But yes, that's the next steps, right? Next phase, national, federal. But yeah, let's get the state taken care of, and the SBs and SBs and HBs. Promoting that. There's probably 3 I can say for the group for sure. There's the HB 803, which we've been fully supporting our other fellow brothers and sister advocates on their effort. And then there's the SB 211, and then there's the
2011.
HB
2011.
SB 2011, right?
Yes.
And then the HB 4042, was that right?
4240.
4240. All right, we'll list them.
And then we also have what, Claudia, is it 2153 for the child abuse? House Bill 2153.
Yeah, I'm posting them now.
Yeah, and we're gonna eventually come out with a flyer, and we're gonna get a list out for all of y'all to go over, and then you can call your state reps and tell them that you want all of these supported, that you believe they're in the best interest of children.
Let's talk about timeline. This legislative session, I mean, how fast should parents be communicating their support, because the deadline is fast approaching, right?
Right. We're gonna need to get on this. And again, the team has put in a lot of work. There's been a lot of communication between the team and these senators and these reps. Some of y'all know that we've been making trips to Austin to talk to these legislators. But we can't do it by ourselves. We can't do it alone. I think that, everybody knows in here that, this law has been on the books for 47 years. This group has been in existence for going on 3 years. And we've been able to push this this far, this quickly. And now we have everybody's attention. But we need your support. We need the help from our members. We need you guys to actively shoot an email and phone your representatives and your senators to push all the hard work that this team has put in just to help, you preserve that parent and child relationship. So if like we said, like Derek says, what do we need our members to do? We need y'all to work the phone lines. We need you to work your senators and state representatives' offices, their emails. Get your parents, if they're grandparents, tell them to support it. Have them call. Whatever we can do to get the word out.
Should be a lot of promotion on social media as well. As we release this information, you guys can promote it on social media across every platform. And then if you need help with your templates or kind of formulating an email and putting it together, don't hesitate to reach out. We can help you, put pen to paper or what it should look like as well. So don't be shy, and keep being positive and promote these bills so we can get some traction.
Dexter, Orlando,
yeah.
Anything?
I wanted to touch on this House Bill 4240 for a minute. For those that are in West Texas, especially the Amarillo, Lubbock area right now, there's a city council and mayoral runoff happening both in Amarillo and Lubbock. And this House bill, I've already sent it to a couple of folks that are running for city council in Amarillo and a couple of the mayoral subjects that have somewhat spoken back and forth with me on subject of 2503, because one of them actually has a running endorsement from Congressman Ronnie Jackson that just won the Congress position for District 13 this past year. So this mayoral subject that I can't really give her name because she's wanting to look more into what 2503 is. She wants to do a little bit more research before we actually put her name out there. But she does have an endorsement from Ronnie Jackson himself. And Ronnie Jackson is also part of that federal level bill as well that Derek was just touching on a minute ago. And so folks that are in West Texas, like I said, Amarillo, Lubbock area, do need to start reaching out to folks that are running for the city councils, for the mayor positions, and push this House Bill 4240, because right now that will be a hot topic to have questions answered on, especially with these candidates. And I think there's, for city council right now, I think there's 4, maybe 5 people that are running for 2 seats in Amarillo. I think there's 5 in Lubbock that are running for 2 seats in Lubbock. And then I'm not sure how many mayoral candidates in Lubbock, but I know there's 3 in Amarillo as of right now. And once I've actually got Zoom meetings set up with one of the folks that are running for city council. I'm going to be on the phone with them later, probably somewhere around 3 or 4 this afternoon.
All right, well, good deal. Orlando, you got anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to reach out to those parents who are a little bit hesitant still about contacting their local representatives or senator. If you don't know who your representative is or your senator, we're going to go ahead and post a link below where you can just put in your address and it'll give you a listing of who represents you locally. But keep in mind, if you've never done this before, when you call these offices, you don't necessarily need to speak directly to your representative or senator. Anybody who answers a phone, you can speak to a staff member, you can speak to somebody in constituent services, ask for the director of constituent services, and you can speak to them. You could relay your message, you can set up an appointment. So you don't necessarily have to get in direct contact with your representatives and senators at this time, because it's really busy for them. So their offices are full of people that are dropping by, their meetings. So it's a really busy time for them. So don't get discouraged if you try to call and you don't get a hold of them. You can speak to anybody in their office, any staff member. Constituent services will help you just as much. So just keep that in mind, that you contact them. Anybody in their office is willing to listen. So make sure you reach out. That's critical. So take that first step if you haven't already, and let's get some of these bills passed.
Good deal. Well, pretty good day. All the hard work is coming to fruition, you know, and, you know, it's all teamwork, you know, and I'll tell you right now that, you know, it's stressful. It's stressful on all of us. We all have our own issues that we were doing, and then we were trying to, you know, add this on top of our stresses. So, you know, this team, you know, of individuals that's here on this Zoom, you know, all work together. And there was times we had powwows, and there was times where we said things we probably shouldn't have said, you know, but ultimately, you know, we're fighting for you guys. There was a lot of agreements. There was a lot of disagreements. And this is the best we could do. And I really like it. I like them both. I'm really proud of everybody that you know, helped me push this this far. And you know, this belongs to them, and I hope everybody can sit back, relax, and bask in the ambiance of you know, having succeeded and done something that we've never done before, and push along. You know, this is just the first step to getting them there. Now we got to get them voted on, and then we have to get them, you know, in place. Hopefully, if they get voted on September 1, 2021, we'll have these as our new laws, and we won't be having these issues with interference with child custody as much, and we can go on to something else. But anything else, guys?
No, I do want to add that oftentimes a lot of these representatives have town halls, and it would be helpful if you joined in on a town hall. I thank the senator himself and his staff for doing this for us and working with us. So that's just something to consider.
So I think if somebody has their computer up, if they can just double check. But I'm thinking that these House Bill 4240 and is going to be in the same committee as House Bill 803. So that's going to be very good for us because a lot of you already called Representative Niave's office in support of House Bill 803. So as you keep emailing, as you keep calling, call Niave's office and ask, to have House Bill 4240 heard as well in the Juvenile Justice Committee. Is that right, Lou?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, right. So, that's a big step for us. Again, the team has produced. We've been telling you for a long time that we have been working with the senators, and we wanted to make sure that we came through for you guys, and they absolutely did. The team, absolutely came through for you guys. We got a bill as we said we were trying to get, and so hats off to them and everybody that's helped us, push this through. But if we don't have anything else, let's go and celebrate. Have a mimosa or have your orange juice. If you want to start drinking, start drinking.
Just make sure those representatives and those senators and show your support. That's
definitely. If y'all are in the Bexar County area, I ask y'all to blow up Senator Menendez's office and tell him thank you for Senate Bill 2011, and do whatever you can to thank him, because he's really putting his neck out there for us.
Yeah, you guys can call, you can email, or you can attend the town halls and thank them. Town halls, you can do it from the comfort of your own home on a Zoom. You wait in queue, you can get called on, and they can put a face with the name, and you guys can show your support and thank your representative that way too. So you have multiple avenues to promote bills and to support your representatives in these items, okay?
Well, good deal. We're going to end our Zoom live. We're going to do more. Claudia and I have been working on doing Zooms throughout the week. So we plan on coming on once or twice a week just to keep you guys informed. We're going to stay on top of these bills, and hopefully we're just keep pushing until they get voted on. And let's cross our fingers. We've got one big step. We got to get another. We got to get it voted in, and that's our next step. And then we can say mission complete until next legislative session to see if we have to tweak some things. But other than that, man, I appreciate everybody's work. Thank y'all for tuning in. I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. This is a huge victory for all of us. It really is. So, but thank you. We're going to cut it off, right, guys? Or y'all want to keep talking?
No, we're good. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
All right. See y'all. Bye.